Okay, good. We could take it for a test drive now. But one of the things I forget to do, Michael, is take pictures of my work. I think this would be more apparent to my viewers, showing them, hey, like, this is what the problem was. So first, before anything, let's just go ahead and actually scan it. And we're gonna go ahead and scan it with the Mercedes, and we'll delete, we will delete all the codes. See, this here, for somebody like me, it allows me to understand what is the computer telling me. And then once I know that, I understand how the systems are working. So I kind of ask, okay, what is this really telling me? And I go from there. But the Star Diagnostics, it's so much more, so much more. I mean, let's say there is a issue going on, right? But we don't quite understand why this is going on. I could go in there and I could test each individual thing, like, okay, boom, 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 each injector, transmission components, all this stuff. And man, I could really, you know, just
go right to the point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that just really gives me so much control over what I'm doing. So it's making me anxious, this coffee. That's what I was looking.
Jittery.
Yes, jittery. Yes, yeah. It's like this kind of stuff. Like, but I kind of really needed it. I felt really sleepy today. So we have, let's see, component glow plug. Okay, that's a glow plug. That's glow plug. Interesting. It did not even show up the turbo yet. But if I'm not mistaken, when we ran the codes by the gas station, I think it didn't give me no more codes.
Didn't it come back? Go away and come back?
We had a check engine light on, but this thing was not showing me any codes. That was the weird thing is, and I looked at it, I'm like thinking, okay, this is weird. We have a check engine light on, but it's not showing any codes. And you see, it took a little bit of time for it to register the problem, and now it's apparent. So, okay, we cleared that now. Now it's time for us to go for a test drive. I wish it was not all this rainy type of weather here. I would have easily turned around over there, kind of like on my grass.
But we lucked out today with a good sunny day. Yeah,
I could get really stuck over there. And we have this to the plate. So guys, we just replaced the turbo hose, I guess. Plasticky one, and as you can see, it was busted. Okay, so that seems like there's a Michael. This is the hissing that we were hearing. That hissing is back, but it's not here. So you possibly have another boost leak somewhere else. Might be another busted hose. Yeah, this is way too much hissing. It's a lot of, feels kind of like a little limp as well. Weird limp mode. It's worse than it was.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see if we're gonna get any kind of codes. Hot film mass airflow sensor has been reached. Charge pressure is too low. Okay, that's another one, same thing, airflow sensor. Look, it's mass airflow sensor code. the charge pressure control is faulty. It seems like we're getting those sensor codes, like the barometric sensor, the master flow sensor again, but it's worded a little bit differently here. But we're also having this hiss. Michael, I didn't hear this hiss before, did you?
I didn't notice it till you pointed it out.
Yeah, there's some things it's noticeable right away, and some things are not. It kind of feels hot in here a little bit. Okay, it's almost pointless to do a complete drive. What I'll do is I'll do a shorter drive. We'll go by the gas station and we'll turn around. You know, Michael, what it feels like? It feels like a mass airflow sensor went out, or it's not connected. So it's really weak. Look at this. We're really in loop mode now. Where? I don't know. Where's the hazard light? Oh, here it is. Michael, we only messed with that one hose.
Yeah.
One hose, and look how many problems we got. I'm going to try to go ahead and turn this van around. Well, actually, no. I'll leave it. Well, I'll just park it right here, real close, in case he gets out. This is not the news I was hoping for.
Okay.
So weird. Imagine if you're a mechanic. If somebody just had my van and to tell me that, I would like not even believe them. Like, what did you do? It's like, you know, you were here like that entire time. It's like now we're having this issue that we did not even expect. So it's like, what now? And what I always recommend people, always look what you previously did. So, and I checked. This is actually correct. That's how it's supposed to be. Everything is good here.
Unless this hose has another leak somewhere that we didn't check.
Yes, that's definitely another possibility. I mean, who knows? What if that hose was bad? You know what I mean?
Right.
Actually, Michael, I have an idea. Let's start it up, rev it, and see where the noise is actually coming from.
Okay. Do you want to listen here while?
Yes, definitely. I want to see where is actually the majority of this noise.
You ready now?
Yes. Do it again. Again. Okay. I put my hand right there where the turbo is. and each time you rev, it feels a little bit warmer. Just behind, but you know where I hear the noise from? I hear it on the left side. I hear it here. But it's not really creating that hiss right now because we're not, you know, going fast enough. Let me also start it up, and you observe just to see what you could hear.
Okay.
Like, just so we have like 2 takes on it. Can you hear anything, Michael?
I can't tell.
Well, it's the same thing for me. It is not very apparent when you're standing here.
Yeah.
You could hear more on this side, but that could also be sound waves bouncing around, you know? And we're hearing a lot more. Let me pull your key out. Here, just take the key for now. Okay, since this is what we messed with, this is where I recommend we just go ahead and inspect this complete hose. Who knows? What if there's a problem with the hose? And this was not what I was hoping for. I was thinking, man, at least it's not going to be leaking anything. What if that hose is busted? If it is busted, then...
You mean the new one?
The new one.
Yeah.
Then we could find the common failures where they actually fail.
Mm-hmm.
And these connectors first they don't want to go on, now they don't want to take off. Whew. We'll just take it out together, the system. Your pins are good, so nothing wrong with that one. Oh, let me see. This is the correct one now. think I know what's going on.
What's up?
We fixed one problem and revealed another one.
Okay.
Before, when your hose was busted, it was not creating enough pressure to reveal that second problem. Now that we have really good pressure, we're getting that fine hiss because pressure is big enough. We're not getting a pressure code, by the way, but we're getting everything else. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with this hose. Maybe you could look at it. Maybe you see something I don't.
I don't even know what to look for, Serge.
So it seems like I'm hearing on this left side. It is likely that it's over here. But as far as the turbo goes, I think you have a really good turbo. So at least that's good. But man, the way it's pulling out, you've seen what it was doing. It's worse now. Did you at least experience any of these issues? I know you said when you came here, it's like not doing it anymore. But
no, it was doing it the whole time.
So this here, what
when
I was...
you first drove it, it wasn't doing it.
Yeah, exactly. So like, what about now? Is this about the norm? Did it ever...
Well, we stopped so soon, I couldn't tell.
You know how we started taking off? It started shaking a little bit, barely pulling off?
That's normal.
So that was normal for this van?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. It's just, I didn't see that. You see, like, I only experienced that little thing, and it was driving quite a bit okay at that point. Okay, so that's good, because that's what you were telling me. You said it wasn't doing it this time. It was just driving good. But now the problem's back. We did it good enough. And this is why it's really important to take these things on a test drive every time you do something before you jump into the next problem. Because let's say I'm like, you know what, you need that pipe, this pipe. Like, heck, I'm not gonna know halfway there. Like, which one just failed?
Right.
We might have to pull this one off again. So apparently this one was on good. Everything is good with this. And we double checked this. So it was not the issue with me installing it wrong. Which is too bad. I was hoping that was my mistake. So I recommend looking at the bottom hose over here. Where's my flashlights? I know I have some flashlights, but do you have any flashlights by any chance? Yeah. We need like a tiny flashlight. I believe I see the problem. I don't really see the problem, but you see it's a lot more grimier back there. So chances are this is where it's leaking. I have some really good powerful flashlights. If I could find them. All right, thank you. This is very weak. Okay, I do see that. I believe that's your AC thing. It's got some oil on it, some drips of oil, and there's a pipe attached over here. It also seems like it's got some kind of dirt on it. There's a good chance that this pipe is busted on this side. This is your vacuum pipe. But let me see if I could find my hose. Is this your phone going off? All right, guys, a little update. This pipe is good. We checked it. So initially, guys, we had an issue with this, pipe being bad. Okay. Once we fixed it and that pipe was good, it revealed the problem that there's a leak. And it's very faint when you're not going anywhere, but this is where it's happening. And the way you could tell is, I'm not sure if you could see, guys, but you could clearly see the AC compressor is dirty with oil. It shouldn't be dirty at all. And this radiator shroud is also dirty. So air is leaking from here once it passes through the intercooler.
So did that make that oil just leak just now?
Yeah, no. It was always there. That was always there. It's just you could not hear the sound because you see what was going on is when this was leaking a little bit, when air was traveling to the system, it was traveling at a certain speed. And when it was doing that, it was sluggish at times, but you could not hear where it's actually coming from because it's coming from here and here. So the sound was divided in two. Okay. So now that we fixed this, the sound is now one and it's really loud. I don't know if that makes sense. I have easy explanations.
It's coming out of one spot now.
Yeah, so it's more pressure.
Right, more focused.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why it's really apparent, and you could definitely tell by observing this. This is one place it could fail. That's another one. That's another one, and this is another one. So you have about 4 places of failure, unless the intercooler is busted. Well, then if you catch a deer or a rock, or then it's easy to bust it. And I've seen these things bust because of this fan. You see this fan clutch here? Oh my goodness, they are so notorious for breaking apart. And parts flying everywhere. You will have a busted radiator, intercooler.
So that was probably what?
Wait a minute. Could it have been damaged in an accident? Because it could have. That is what it looks to me like over here, from here, and I'm being hidden by some pipes. It seems almost plasticky. It could be rubber, but it could have easily busted. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put my little blanket down. Rubber mat, that's an exercise mat, and observe this pipe. Luckily, Michael, I have this pipe. Okay, so now I need to take a closer look. And am I rolling here? Yes. Okay. Now let's take. I need to take my iPhone out. I could easily bust my screen on it. Michael, I got my fingers twisted. That'll fix it.
You want me to try to start it?
No, we don't need to start anymore. Okay. We know that it's, well, there's no issue. I mean, there's no need. I mean, we have everything taken off. So now it's basic observation and execution. There's not enough room here. Oh yes, Michael, this is so oily back here, and it might not all be coming from that place, but gosh, it's oily. Oh, Mike, I found the problem. My goodness, Mike. This is either a bad design or an accident caused this or nothing. This is not good, because it means a new one is going to be damaged as well. Gosh, that's where the problem is.
What's that?
You know what's happening? Your AC compressor belt has cut into the actual belt, into the actual pipe, and it's basically losing air over here on this side. That's what's going on.
So because the radiator's pushed back too far?
Well, let me see here. I don't know really how to explain this, but let me try. You see, here's what's going on. The AC compressor, that little pulley that you see right there spinning, we're looking at it from the top. It's got the charge hose. It's touching it. It's laying on the belt. Like, here's the solution. We could replace the hose. But the problem is, because of the accident, something has shifted here. And the intercooler is sitting way too close. So the solution would be, can we push it back a little bit? Can we push it higher? Because it seems to me that the intercooler is more down than it should be. And when it's down, it's causing the pipe to be down that's connected. And that's what the issue is. And this is right before it enters the engine. This is right before the whole thing works, because it starts off here, makes it through here, and then the air needs to make it inside the engine so it could breathe. So you actually needed me, for this thing, because this is a huge problem here. That's not a huge problem. This is a problem that you really were driving with, that and this. So we need to basically replace this, and it does have a clamp on it. I am not familiar how to remove this clamp. It seems easy enough, but we have to pop the clamp off and remove my hose down there as well. But you have so much stuff in the way that the next question is how to exchange, because I never removed one on this fan. What the heck? Oh, okay.
Okay, so
yeah. So here's the pipe that we need to disconnect. It's this one here. See this pipe? And this one's going to be kind of easy. I could grab it right there by that little pinch thing, and I could remove it, but it's twisting. I get this side loose, but the one that's at the bottom, that's a different story. Can you shine a flashlight here, Mike? Can't really do it. I need to get this. I need to remove this clamp. Kind of wondering, did somebody attach it right or wrong? Maybe it's right, but how do you get to the other clamp? I don't understand it. There's no room. This is the clamp. And I need to remove it on the other side too. It's not happening.
My name is Serge Zimaleta. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now, I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprint or Expedite or business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.